All right, well, the Buffalo Board of Education, they met for the first time since one of its members resigned last week. But now there's new details on how the vacancy will be filled and the deadline the board is facing to get the job done. This comes after now former board member Cindi McEachon stepped down from her position on the board and wrote in her resignation letter that the board has a, quote, culture of punishment, among other allegations. 20 Side's Nate Benson joins us tonight in the studio with the latest. Hello, Nate.
Yeah, good evening, Scott. The Board of Education has until July 24th to select a new North District member. Otherwise, Mayor Sean Ryan gets to make that pick. Wednesday's work session was the first time board members gathered together since a contentious meeting last month, one that saw board members shouting over each other and the public at times. It was also the first time the board met after North District board member Cindi McEachon resigned. In her conversation with Two on Your Side, she cited a lack of transparency and a, quote, culture of punishment against those who don't agree with board leadership on issues. The vacancy was addressed during Wednesday's work session.
The fact that we lost a North Park District seat by Cindi McEachon, and I wish her well in all her endeavors.
But beyond that, board president Dr. Kathy Evans-Brown did not address the allegations of a culture of punishment or transparency issues. As for what happens next, the board will accept applications for those looking to fill the vacancy until July 13th. The board will then conduct interviews and announce a candidate on July 22nd, 2 days before the deadline. But there was some concerns about the process from board members. One, what if the board can't agree on a candidate?
If we don't come up with a person, can you explain the process according to our bylaws where the mayor comes in?
I think if we get people who will have applied, we're going to come up with a person. I just don't see why we would not.
Mm-hmm.
Another concern, who will see the applications and when?
Will any board members have access to those documents prior to July 13th in the executive session?
No, only the board clerk.
There were also concerns about whether or not the interview process for a North District board member would be public or not.
There has been, public concern. I had a couple people ask about transparency and holding them in public.
The interviews I've never heard of.
Okay.
Is that legal?
I guess we can look into. I don't know
We
as
can
far
look
as
into
like
it.
a public
Dr. Brown,
office and yeah.
Yes.
Dr. Brown, I don't know if it was changed, but I think in 2012 when I went for the vacancy for the at-large position, I think the interviews was held in public and the decision was held in executive session, but I could be wrong.
However, there was some uncertainty with that, and a few other legal questions as well that board members had. No one from the legal department was in attendance at the meeting. You may remember that the general counsel and 2 assistant counsels for the district resigned at the end of May, leaving a big gap in the district from a legal standpoint. Now, as for that investigation into sexual harassment allegations made against one of the board members, a law firm was selected to conduct that investigation, but it's unclear right now how long that investigation will take or if the public will ever know the results of it. On Your Side, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.